Hey, I'm Alex, and I love to create. From Legos to YouTube videos to stuff in video games to video games themselves and 3D modeling and all this different stuff, I just love creating. There's just something about me that feels the need to just create something and just share what I'm passionate about and am enjoying. You see, for most of my life, I have been a massive gamer, playing video games since honestly, as young as I can remember. It's been one of my favorite hobbies for my entire life. Specifically, one of my most played games is like Minecraft, and I have so much time just building a bunch of random stuff. I even remember when I was younger, my family and I would go out to the movies and we'd watch a movie that I'd really love, and on the car ride back home, I'd just be like sitting there just thinking, wow, this movie is awesome. I wonder if there's something I can take from this and implement it into Minecraft, create something cool around it in honor of it, because I was inspired from it. And then as time went on, it'd be more than just creating things from movies in Minecraft or just different stuff that I thought was cool all inside of Minecraft, and extend it further into game development. And I have quite a few like small little game projects that I've never really gone anywhere with, and I've always kept persisting and making new projects and continue to move forward with game development, but I've never made a game that I've truly loved, that I've released and have like fully finished. I've created a bunch of like small, somewhat finished, depending on where you want to rate the scale of something being finished, for various reasons. You know, sometimes a game being finished is as simple as, oh, I've done this, this, and this, and that's what I wanted to do, and that's what I'm calling it there. That's what the game is for. That's the purpose for it. I don't need to add all this extra stuff. It's finished. Like, there was a game that I made one week a few years ago when my older brother visited, and he was here for like a week. And during that time, I took something that we were all interested in, me and my family. It was like stocks. It was the gym, and then it was just like desserts. I was just like, give me a few different ideas of things that people like, that you guys like, that could be like fun to make a game into. Just 3 random words. And they said that. And so I was like, okay, I'll take this and I'll make it into a game. And that's when I made my mini project Stock Craze. And the way that this game works is you're able to press a couple different buttons. All you really do is just press different buttons and they do different things. Like, you could go to the gym by clicking the gym button and increase your health meter. And then you could click on like the trading stocks button and you'd start getting money, but then your health would go down because you're spending all this time working, and then you got to balance like your health and then the money. And then there was also desserts that you can buy to increase your happiness, which acted as like a multiplier, which kind of confusing when I was trying to look back at it. But once I was playing it a little bit, it was just so fun to go back and just play it and be like, wow, this is something I created. Kiwi wants to say hi, right, Kiwi? Want to interrupt the video? Want to say hi? Anyway, like I was saying before I was very rudely interrupted, I loved creating these things and sharing it with other people, and just realizing that like I made this and it's actually fun, even if it's nothing crazy, just a small little project like the Stuck Craze game. But my family enjoyed it, I enjoy it. Looking back on it, it's just a fun little thing, and it's just something about creating. It's just been so ingrained in me. I just have felt the need to go and create. That's why I've been making, small little projects like this and not giving up and keep coming back to it, and then continuing with YouTube. I've created so many videos, it's actually insane, about so many different things, and I'm at a point in my life right now to where it's like I want to hone in a little bit more, but at the same time it's so difficult to focus on like the one thing to really like hone in on and just like get good at and build the channel around. And that's something that I've been struggling with lately. But the reason I say all of this is because I want to try out and experiment with some new things. And, lately I've been really focused on like game development, which, don't get me wrong, I was doing game development earlier today. That's not going anywhere, but I want to add more to what I've been doing. As you can kind of see behind me on these shelves here and on my desk right here, there's a lot of Lego in this room. I love Lego. It's one of my favorite things that like I collect, probably my favorite collectible out there, solely for the fact that you can just do so much with it, and the models are just so fun to build and so cool to me, and I just love it so much. I don't like how expensive it is, but that's a different story, okay? Lego itself is just something that I used to love so much as a kid. And then as I got a little older, I just didn't really care for it as much, more focused on gaming than, Lego. And then back like 2020-ish, I got really into it again, and I've just kind of been like hooked for the most part since. And there's just something about Lego that I love so much, and I want to do more with that. And well, yes, I'm wanting to kind of shift my focus more to be on game development. I was thinking of like, what are some ways that the best way I was thinking about it is like, okay, what can I do to incorporate like Legos with like game development while also honoring God in the process? Because it's of my belief that the reason I feel so ingrained to create is because I feel like there's that calling placed on me from God. And, we're made in God's image. And part of being created in God's image is being a creator yourself. There's so many different ways to create. And, some of it is in the very artistic type of way. Take game development. There's like a big spectrum of different creating. You can create the, software side, which isn't as artistic, but you're creating usable, functional code that works with the game. And then there's the complete other side, which is like art and 3D modeling and that type of stuff. And it's like there's all these different parts of creating, which for me, it feels like it's all of it in one. I feel like I'm so drawn to not just the programming side of things, but the artistic story side of things, the art side of things. It's like I just feel so ingrained to just create everything across the spectrum. And I like the digital stuff. I like the physical stuff, as you can see with Lego. And I'm trying to figure out the best way to combine it all to work in the best way for YouTube, for my school community that I've recently started up, which I have the main focus on game development and like trying to get people in there to help them, make their first games. But I feel like a fraud while doing that because I haven't even fully made my first game, and at least in like a financial sense. Yeah, I've made a bunch of small projects, like I said, but nothing so finished as I would like it to be, and nothing that I've made money off of. So I kind of feel I wouldn't be able to provide as much value as I would want to right now. Although, don't get me wrong, I still have a fairly decent understanding of like the basics and how to make things work, and thinking in a way to best problem solve to get to the solution of problems, even if I don't know the solution right away. So I feel like my mindset is very valuable for that. But as it is, I don't know if I would be the best at teaching people who aren't just like brand new to game development. And then it gets me to think, do I really want to focus my time and effort into trying to teach people that? Or do I want to focus on the actual creating itself? And that's where the dilemma is right now for me. And I want to focus on like the business side of things so I can, help people and honor God in the process and make a living for myself doing something online. Making a business, a full-time job online is my dream. But at what cost? Like I said, I am a creator. I love to create. And I like to help people, and it's just all these different things, and it's so difficult to just pinpoint into one specific thing. And I guess I'm making this video because, I don't know, I just felt the need to create this. I don't know where I'm going with this video. It kind of seems all over the place, all scattered, because that's kind of how I'm feeling right now. But it really comes down to, I love to create, and trying to channel that into the correct thing is something that's very difficult for me, but something that I'm definitely going to experiment with. This is a channel where I've been contemplating recently kind of moving away from this channel, starting a new channel, and having it fully be focused on game development, and really going all in solely on game development, teaching game development, getting people in the game development, that type of thing. And I still might do that, but if I do that, I want to figure out ways to incorporate all of my main interests into one. And in this case, I want to incorporate Lego because outside of, YouTube and playing games and making games, Lego is like one of my favorite things to talk about and to create, like build, and probably where most of my money goes, it seems like. I mean, look around me, I got a whole bunch of stuff, but I'm not sure exactly how to do that yet, or if it's even something I can do at all. This is the type of problems that us as creative folk have. But like I said with my mindset, while I may not have the solution to this problem of trying to combine everything in a certain way to make it all flow and make it unique, that I'm able to deliver in a good way to give you value, I'm going to work really hard at it. Lately, I've been feeling so pulled to create this type of video, just talking about Lego and the different things that I'm very intrigued with and kind of where I'm at and where I'm wanting to take this channel. Honestly, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm making it up as I go.
I don't know. I'm making this up as I go.
It's just something where I'm going to create a few different types of things. And I'm going to just put my all into the next few videos that maybe aren't exactly like sitting here talking to you, but instead focus on creating a certain thing. I'm not sure how this is going to go, but this is my little experiment. I'm not expecting this video to get any views. I'm just here to kind of explain where I'm at. And if you're on the same page as me, welcome. You found the right place. I love Lego. I love gaming. I love game development. I love YouTube. I love God. If you love those same things, this is the perfect place. If you love some of those things, maybe it's still the place for you. I don't know. I'm just trying to figure it out as I go, making it up as I go, you know? I have a fun little idea for a video right now that involves combining some Lego sets, and I've gotten the inspiration from the Lego mini modular Spider-Man sets that have come out as of this year. And so I'm like, I wonder if I could do that with some other stuff and see how that goes. But yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just being honest and wanted to make a video talking about this for whoever might care. Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of starting to ramble. I didn't really have a actual plan for this video, but I really just also enjoy just sitting here talking to the camera and just hopefully someone got some value out of it. If you got value out of this, hey, I'm very happy to hear that. Maybe you feel a little less alone. Maybe you're on the same struggle as me, but maybe we'll figure it out together. So if that's the case, subscribe, like, all that YouTube stuff. Or if you want to like check out my school community, currently kind of focused on like game development, but I might change that. And I don't know, my original idea was just like, it's like a nerd hangout spot, but like we're also trying to create cool stuff, like not just consuming it, but also using the inspiration to create more stuff, that'd be really cool. I don't know how that would work or if I'm gonna do that, but let me know what you think down below. I just want to provide as much value as I can, create the cool things that I feel so inspired to create, and honor God the whole time, because God is good. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully I'll see you in the next one. God bless.